Hello everybody. Today we are going to study about new public administration, the NPA. What is NPA? Basically, NPA is a modification towards the approach of public administration, and it emerged in late 1960s after the conference of Middlebrook one. What it did was it broke fresh grounds and imparted new substance towards the subject and as a discipline also. It brought about a rethinking and refreshing outlook to the subject. So it did it so by basically rejected old ideas and acceptance of new ideas that changed public administration in terms of theory and practice. So basically, what it did was rejected some old ideas and imparted some fresh new ideas, which radically changed the subject in terms of both theory and practice. So some of the major landmarks in emergence are the Honey Report on Higher Education of Public Service, 1967, by John Honey of Syracuse University. Second was the Philadelphia Conference on Theory and Practice of Public Administration, also in 1967. And the third was the Middlebrook Conference, one that was held in September 1968. So we'll study about each of them individually. What is Honey Report? Honey Report. It was a report on study of public administration as a field of study. So it dealt with public administration only as a field of study. And the report submitted by John Honey identified four problems. That is, there is inadequate funds at disposal. The funds at the hand of this subject were inadequate for further research. Number B, there was a crisis of identity of the discipline. As we have already said, public administration has evolved and filtered and grew through many subjects like political science, management, etc. So there was a identity crisis of the discipline. And thirdly, the institutional shortcomings. There was many institutional shortcomings in this as a subject, because not many colleges and universities were imparting public administration at that time. Fourth, there was a gap between theory and practice, because there was a lack of communication between the scholars of public administration and practicing administrators. So there was a gap between the theory, that is the scholars, and among the practicing administrator, that is the practice part. So this is the Honey Report. These are the four problems. And this Honey Report finally became the basis for wider discussion of issues and roles of public administration and creating some social awareness. Coming to the next point, the Philadelphia Conference. What is the Philadelphia Conference? Philadelphia Conference mainly aimed to discuss the scopes, objectives, and methods of public administration. This is the main central idea behind this conference: the scopes, objectives, and the method of public administration. It expressed contradictory views to orthodox traditional public administration, and some important views are: number A, scope of the state should increase from small to big. That is, it should move to welfareism. State should increase from small to big. B, administration should respond to environment and its changes and not take it for granted. This view is that administration was static beforehand, and this view suggested that public administration should evolve and respond to environment. It should not be static, it should be ever evolving and dynamic, and it should not take environment for granted, and it should respond accordingly to the needs of the environment. Third, there should be we should find tools and techniques that address social problems. That public administration should not only deal with neutral tools and techniques, rather it should find tools and techniques that address social problems. Fourth, public administration should emphasize on social equity. This is very basic point. So yes, public administration should emphasize. There was also a requirement for more educational and training to make public administration a profession. There was also a requirement more in public administration, both of education and training, to make public administration more feasible and more makeable as a profession. it was very much critical to classical view. Classical view was that it negated the social problems of the man. So this Philadelphia Conference, this contradictory view is one of the contradictory view is that it took the social equity and it was critical to the classical views, the traditional classical views that negated the social problems of the man. Middlebrook Conference 1968. It basically emphasized public administration should move away from pluralistic nature in administration through NPA. Though NPA recognized it. NPA had earlier recognized it, but Middlebrook emphasized that public administration should move away from pluralistic. In pluralism, each group has its own interest, tries to maximize and protect own interest by putting pressure on the state. Pluralism states that each group has its own interest and tries to maximize and protect own interest by putting pressures on the state. NPA recognizes that the role of pluralistic policies, but it advocates to move away to develop a rational administration. The conference also accepted administration should respond to environment. Earlier, like the Philadelphia Conference, it also accepted that administration should respond to environment. It also had the view that administration should reduce its size and not keep ever expanding. In fact, it suggested that administration should swell and shrink. It should grow and contract as per the needs of the environment and referred to it as cutback management. So new public administration, new public administration that we are learning today, is finally coming to the conclusion. NPA stressed on 4 important goals. The number 1, the relevance. Tools and techniques should be based on social context, should consider social problems, woes and worries. Hence, it brings public administration close and relevant to the society. Number 2, the values. Administration should work for the disadvantaged, underprivileged and marginalized sections. Social equity. Purpose of administration should be to reduce the economic, social and psychic suffering of the individual in the society. NPA challenged public administration to make administration more proactive to measure social causes. It challenged basically to public administration to make the administration more proactive to measure social causes. Number 4 is the change. There is a social equity can be attained through social changes, and there is an urgent need to address the ever-widening social gap. So these are the 4 important goals that NPA focused on. New Right philosophy also advocated for rolling back of state, because under welfareism, state became so big that it became unmanageable. Okay, so that is the main philosophy of New Right philosophy. We will study about it in details later on. So Middlebrook II took place in 1988. In the era of rolling back, the role of government may change, but the importance of the government is not going to be undermined. Rather, state will continue to play important roles. The state may shrink in size, but the capacity of the state will not go down. That is the main approach of Middlebrook II. The major ideas of Middlebrook II are very much similar to Middlebrook I, that is the social equity, democratic values, etc. There are some additional ideas. Those are that the state should be a facilitator rather than a provider. It should be able to facilitate. It should be a facilitator rather than a provider just providing whatever the things need. It should facilitate even the things that are not provided as of now. So this is one of the views, that the state should be a facilitator. There should be, number 2, there should be third-party governance. What is third-party governance? It is basically governing through third party, like we do today. They're like contracting by outsourcing. So the state doesn't involve itself in unimportant and mechanistic works. Those things, regular mechanistic works, can be completed by government by outsourcing and contracting. The state doesn't need to run, maintain the roads. They can outsource them. So such and such are the ideas. The values of public purpose be steadily replaced by emerging values of private interest. Public administration should emphasize on less governance as of now, but on more good governance. There should not be more There should be more governance. There should be emphasize on there should be emphasis on less governance, but on good governance. You can do little, but it should be good. That is the emphasis of public administration according to Minobrook 2. Quickly coming to Minobrook 1 and Minobrook 2 difference and similarities. Those are, the Minobrook 1 was idealist and revolutionary. Minobrook 2 on the other hand was pragmatic and realistic. Minobrook 1 was anti-behavioral and Minobrook 2 was value-laden approach. It took place in the times of American crisis, and Minobrook 2 took place in the times of world crisis. Minobrook 1 was majorly attended by young scholars. Minobrook 2 was attended by old and trained scholars. Minobrook 1 emphasized on relevance, values, equity, change, and client focus, whereas Minobrook 2 emphasized on leadership, constitutional and legal perspective, technology, policy, and economic perspective. So these are the few similarities between Minobrook 1 and Minobrook 2. Coming to Minobrook 3 that took place in 2008. This conference was divided into two phases, the phase 1 and phase 2. Basically, phase 1 and phase 2 are two phases where different kinds of people took refuge, they were there. Phase 1 was basically for young scholars and phase 2 was for experienced scholars. So what is phase 2? Phase 1. Phase 1, there were some outcomes like there was an extend frontiers of CPA through comparison and integrative approach in terms of economic, political, social, cultural grounds be developed. Number B, methodologies and technologies should be pluralistic. Multiple techniques and methods should be developed to deal with the changing demands in administration. What is phase 2? Mainly phase 2 focused on the definition of public administration. What was the definition given by phase 2 in Minobrook 3? It was that public administration is a socially embedded process of collective relationships, dialogues, and actions to promote human flourishing for all. The major challenges of public affair is the problem of disempowerment. If the problem of disempowerment gets solved, then all other problems like poverty, illiteracy, those all will fall in place. So this is basically what the new public administration theories is all about. So this is all for today's lesson. If you like it, I hope this helps, and if you like it, show some love. Thank you.